Let's talk about more unique.
You ever see those Kim Jong-un videos of people worshiping him like he's the Beatles?
You have to. Or
have you seen those?
You have to.
Did you see the one where
it's almost too ridiculous. Like they are chasing him through the streets and soldiers acting like little girls.
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they literally have to.
They got to put on that show, kid.
Man.
Did you ever see
North Korea is
thing?
fascinating. It's very fascinating how that, like, it's
a terrible place.
Mind-boggling. North Korea is.
It's amazing. That it's
watch
real.
those videos of people worshiping him. And then you watch, there's documentaries of people going in, they get inside, and they're like constantly being guided through North Korea. There's people with them.
There's fake sets.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And most people think, look, they're so communist. They're putting on, this is like they're putting on a show. It's obvious that they're giving them a tour of the city, but they're being guided the whole way through. They got people on them, and they're not allowed to do shit.
Did you see Shane Smith's thing when he went to North Korea for the
Yes. Nuts.
Crazy.
So most people are thinking, man, they're so communist or whatever, or the dictatorship is so strong there that, look, they won't even let people walk around freely. You know, it's like, it just seems like, is that what the fuck is going on with? I don't know. I don't know.
What, do you think there's a conspiracy in the conspiracy?
I think maybe.
Is this a double negative?
I
this
think,
a fucking
I
double
think
cross?
They're testing missiles?
Did you see that shit?
Yeah, did you see that?
Is it
They
for
tried.
real?
It blew
Have you
up.
seen the parade? Show the clip of the parade
Yeah.
where they show them, like the soldiers marching in a
stepping.
parade, and then
They're flexing on us.
and then they're bringing out the missiles.
They said they're
They'll
ready to
show
go to
that.
war.
Okay.
They'll show that, and then they'll cut to Kim Jong-un,
Yeah.
right, with
Totally
his
different
generals. Like there's a clip of like they're like. And they're like kind of watching, and and then they cut back to the parade, and it's the same clip, and then they go back to Kim Jong. It just, I don't know.
You're not buying it.
I think.
Well, here's what you have. Let me just, before you go any further, let me just explain
I
what
think it's a
stock footage
distraction.
is. They use stock footage when they have stories on these guys, and they use it all the time. Where they don't have footage of the guy currently, so they have a story about Kim Jong-un, they start talking about him, and then they show stock footage. That stock footage could be him talking
No, but
to
this
his
piece
general.
was
That's
North
stock
Korea
footage.
releases video.
I understand.
That's what it was. It was like, this is
Those
their
motherfuckers
video.
are trained
They put
just
it
to
together.
move like
Yeah.
that, though. There's
Dude,
no.
I don't
you
know.
can't turn
There's
your
something.
head.
There's
It's a
something,
communist
they have
dictatorship.
They have fake cities and shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's China. China has more than China has
and North
reproduced.
Korea does too, right out the border. They have like to
They do?
entice the people of the South to come to North Korea.
Well, they had probably a
I
bunch
don't
of
know,
failed
man.
ideas.
Terrible idea.
I think North Korea really needs to be looked into because
You think it's fake?
We're about to go to war with
Hold
them,
on.
son.
You think North Korea's fake?
I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just saying
don't
that
believe in North
I'm
Korea?
not saying that it's fake. I'm just
I
saying that
heard-
Kim Jong-un could eat.
I think
He
it's
might
all
be
hemp.
part of. I think they're all buddies. I think at the very top, the top of Russia, the top of the United States, the UK, they're just putting on a show, and he's designated villain when we need to distract people from this or that. Fucking Kim Jong-un
But he's killed a lot of
is
people.
testing missiles.
Did you oh, wow.
He's testing missiles. He's gonna fire off one
But
in
Eddie,
China.
it's very possible that we've changed our foreign policy and that we're getting more aggressive with them, and this is their response.
Yes.
And that they also are very incompetent because they're terrified. They're what they are essentially is a military dictatorship. They're a terrified population, and
get
their
it.
science is shitty. They don't have any
But
fucking
we're getting
money.
all this from
They
the
don't even have
mainstream
internet.
media, so it
We're
can't be
this
the
from,
truth.
But we're getting this from everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't always assume
don't
that
know.
everything from the mainstream media is not true, because here's the deal. If something does happen, that's a real thing that happens, the mainstream media is always going to cover it.
What is he?
But Eddie,
he's
just
gonna
stop and
test
listen to me
weapons?
here. Stop and listen to me here, because this is important. Just because something's in the mainstream media, and I know you distrust the mainstream media, it doesn't mean that it's not true. Because you always have to realize that if something happens, say like Mount St. Helens blows, right? Lava flowing down the street, a bunch of people die. If that's a real natural disaster that we all know happens, Fox News is going to cover that. CNN's going to cover that. Everybody's going to cover that.
Not
So
everything that they
that's
cover is
real.
fake. Yeah, not
Right.
everything
So
that they cover is
if,
fake.
If North Korea does try to launch a missile and it does fail, everyone's going to cover that. So just because CNN has something on or Fox News has something on, it doesn't mean that it's fake.
Oh, for sure. I'm totally
Dude,
with you.
wait,
I'm just saying.
who's-
It looks. Watch
who's
those
homeboy
videos
you had on the show?
Look into North Korea.
Who's the king of conspiracy theories?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, do you see him? He's like, "Yo, I'm just playing a character, man.
Yeah.
Like that ain't real.
His
like I'm just
lawyer
doing
said
it.
that.
Yeah,
That's what I would say.
Dude, they're
about
gonna
his
take
lawyer
his
too.
kids. Me too. I would do it too.
I would say,
but even he was like, "Dude, I'm just saying some shit to get people
Mr.
going."
Jones belongs to a country club.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones is an outstanding citizen, and he is essentially just a really, really popular Phil Hendry.
He's an animated. He was like, "I'm just putting on a performance, man. I don't believe that shit."
He's a performance artist.
He says, "I don't believe that shit."
No,
He said it like that.
no,
what did
no,
he
no,
say,
no.
word for word?
No,
Where do you
first
get
of all,
your news?
There's a
hold
big
on.
difference.
He
There's a
didn't say
big.
it.
I'm
He
just
didn't
playing
say
a
it.
character. I don't believe that shit.
That's what I heard.
You working him up.
I'd have-
I see what you're doing. He's working you up,
I'm
man.
just saying the savior
I
of
can-
conspiracy
It's working
theories
you
was
up.
like, "It's a performance. I'm out."
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying, have fun. Do a
He-
little. Do
he
a,
did
do a little
apologize for
investigation.
Pizzagate.
Look
He did
into-
apologize.
Like, don't be. Just
He
for
apologized
fun?
for Pizzagate.
Just for
he was
fun.
like, "That
He
ain't
did.
real."
No,
He
no, no.
did.
They were suing him. They were going after him. So
Right.
if you listen to him, he's reading a statement like, "Don't come after me." They were going after him. They're
Right.
trying to shut him down. That's what's going on. He totally knows that. Anyways, he's watching his ass. They're coming after him. That's what's
Hashtag
going
Tower
on.
7.
Anyways.
Towel 7.
Tower.
Towel.
What? Oh, I get it. I see what
DC
you're saying.
Gate, son.
I get it. I get,
You
what you're
get it?
saying.
Catch me?
Pizzagate.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, have
The DC
fun.
gate.
Look into North Korea. It's fucking hysterical, dude. It's hysterical. I think.
What, well, I'm
He's
not
just playing a character.
Looking into it, but Eddie, there's like here Pentagon to test ability
at
to
them
shoot down
bitches.
North Korean missiles.
The video is the next video I played. Just
Okay.
I think this is the one I
I
found.
dare you to
This is
fuck
kinda
with- Oh, look at
interesting,
the
though.
girl. Huh, huh, huh.
Well, listen, man, this is a strange time. The fact that here's what's strange: the fact that these people are actually doing this. The fact that you can get people to goose step down the middle of the street and ride a tank and salute the king, like this shit's all real.
They
Like
don't know
Kim
any
Jong-
better.
Right, exactly.
Find a video where they worship him.
Yeah,
that's the greatest shit.
But listen, what we're looking at right here is actually happening. This is not CGI.
No, but-
so this is either two levels of weird. It's either one level of weird where you have this populace that's so entranced by the military dictatorship that they just act out every day of their lives like this and they can't help themselves. Or two, this is all bullshit. And these are all actors. So they've got 5 million actors waving Korean flags
I
and
didn't see
waving
5
to the
million
king
people.
and whatever the fuck it is. You
A
got
few
people
thousand.
goose stepping. There's a lot of people there. I don't know how many thousand that is, but there's a lot of people there.
They put on shows for people coming in. You come in, they're going to put a show on for you.
but not
everywhere
like
you
this.
go,
Right.
they're putting on. So there's actors everywhere already. This is just a lot of them, but they're
but
already
do you
acting.
understand
Then
that
she
this-
deserves
you-
an Academy
but these
Award.
They're
people,
already acting.
These people goose stepping and doing all this thing. Just the fact that they're able to do that. Say if this is all fake. Let's just go
It's
deep,
fishy.
deep, deep,
Some
deep,
weird
deep.
world.
Let's go deep, 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 deep. What are the odds that you're going to get that many actors who don't even have top billing to stay in line? What are the odds? What are the
Hey, they
odds
already-
that you're going to get them to perform like that and drive tanks and keep their mouth shut?
And this white
It's a-
boy's
hey,
in on it
everyone's
too.
pitching in on
It's
it.
way more likely that these people are under the thumb of a military
Who
dictatorship
kills
because
a ton of people.
right, because we've had a fuckload of military dictatorships in history, but what we haven't had is a country filled with actors. And who's playing these actors? Who's giving them that fucking
Who's the
pro
fucking
North
teacher?
Korea crazy money?
Yeah, who's the goddamn teanger? And how do they train all of them?
Where are they
Sky-
rehearsing?
Is it one big auditorium?
Is it one episode of Fame? I'm gonna live forever. Well, look at them goose stepping, dude. This is crazy. Look how many people there. Look how they turn their fucking tops over, whatever they're doing that changes it to the flag colors.
Looks like a New Year's Eve parade.
Look at these people, man. They're all marching in tune.
Dude.
Just the fact that they
Okay.
look, get anybody to do it. Either one.
Look at these people,
Either
these
it's-
regular businessmen right there on the side. Look at
There's a
that.
few people that are probably
Dude,
watching
I'm just
it.
saying it looks fucking fishy.
Nothing looks
Propaganda
fishy
is
about
running
that.
rampant. It's all
Propaganda
over.
with
I'm
North
just
Korea?
saying. I'm just
But
saying.
let me ask you this, Mr.
I don't
I'm
know.
just saying. Let me ask you this, Mr. I'm
fishy.
just saying. What is more likely? Is it more likely that these people are fucking terrified and like many, many, many other civilizations in the past?
I've
they've
never
been
seen a
forced-
civilization like this
You're
ever.
right.
Ever.
You're right. It's
ever.
never existed, but I'm sure it has in China. I'm sure it has in ancient Japan. I'm
Really?
sure there's been
Okay.
people that
Dictatorships
But we don't know
bows-
that.
bows
We don't
to
know that.
dictators.
We're talking about shit we know for sure.
Well, we know
don't
the
know
Mayans,
that.
the Mayans,
But we don't know
and
they
the
acted like
Aztecs.
this.
The Aztecs killed 80,000 people after they built one of their pyramids. I mean, they
Hey,
did it over
listen,
a
he's
period of a
probably
couple
legit.
days.
He's probably legit, but we've been lied to so much.
But Eddie, what
I
are you
wouldn't doubt
talking
it.
about? Like, what's a lie? All these people are actors, and they just live there. They're all actors.
don't know.
They love this shit.
But think of how crazy that is. Wouldn't it be more likely that these poor people are just brainwashed? Because we know people get brainwashed. Wouldn't it be more likely that this is like the craziest?
When you take into consideration all the lies that we've been told, the faked moon missions, all this shit, nothing. I mean, this is nothing. They put together a bunch of people and made a fucking parade.
But
they faked the moon mission 6 times. And everybody believes that shit.
But there are real events that happen
I
every
know.
day that are in the
Totally.
news, right?
Totally.
So
this is just too convenient. This is too much of a distraction.
Eddie, this would
my
be
guess is
one
we're
of the-
not going to war with them.
Eddie, this
That's
would be
my
one of
guess.
the greatest
It's just a distraction.
productions. This would be one of the greatest productions in the history of the human race. If
Be
this
the
was
biggest
fake.
movie of all
Greater
time.
production,
It would be
greater production
better
than the moon
everything.
landings.
This
than
is
faking
bigger
the moon
than
landing?
anything. Getting
Bigger
all
than
these
that?
Korean people
the
to
moon
dance
landing,
around.
dude, that's a couple thousand people.
Dude, no
It's
one's
a
willing to do
3,000
this.
people.
They have
You
to
don't
wait
think
line
someone
for
would
both
snitch?
rights.
missions.
You don't
They
think
faked
someone
the
would
moon
snitch
mission.
eventually?
These are not the same people that fake the moon
Okay,
missions.
it's
Eddie.
legit. Find the people
But
that
no,
are
don't
worshiping
say.
him.
But don't say it's legit. These people are these people that are stuck in North Korea. People that have escaped have told horror stories.
Suppressed,
It's
yeah.
like a giant cult.
It's horrible, man.
It's like this is a fucking 10 million cult
I'm
of
not
the
saying
Moonies.
I'm not saying they're actors. I'm just saying there's something fishy about the whole North Korea thing.
Of course it's
I'm not
fishy.
saying that it could be anything. I'm just saying I don't know. I'm saying it smells fishy. Something is not right about what they're telling us about North Korea. I don't know. There's just
here's
something
what's
off.
Here's the real thing that's most fucked up about North Korea is that even if you freed them from this guy, they've been under the thumb of a communist dictatorship for so long they wouldn't know what to do.
They're institutionalized.
Yes, they really are. It's like a guy who's been in
They
jail
wouldn't know
for
what
too
to do.
long.
Yeah, they get out and
Fucks people's
fucking-
heads
yeah.
up, man. Do you know how many people would be so susceptible to some new form of dictatorship? Fuck, man. I mean, you literally have a whole country. They always do that in these countries when they remove a dictator and then there's this power vacuum and a way more horrible person takes their place. And you're like, what the fuck, man? Like they got rid of Gaddafi and now it's just the crazy ISIS stronghold.
chaos.
Yeah, Libya, apparently, man, I don't know too much about it, but they were saying that it's a failed state.
Yeah, it's a Wild West. With North Korea though, they can't even. He controls their media, TV, like internet. They can't log on to certain fucking sites. Some don't even get internet. No, there's no iPhone. Like you bring an iPhone, they're like, God damn, you're from the future. They still got flip phones and shit.
Yeah, we're living in a really weird country.
Bring a hamburger, they flip out.
I think the globalists like it. I think we need villains, and they probably help him out and fund him.
Well,
you know what I
listen-
mean? They like the shit he's doing. They need a distraction. Anything happens,
We don't really
boom,
benefit.
they're testing missiles. Boom, for 2 weeks we're going to be all over North Korea. A couple months, and then it's going to be gone. Watch, This is like the new Ebola. Remember there was Ebola, distraction. North Korea is perfect to distract. That's what.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
it's not a
distraction.
I think.
He's killing
Wait a minute. You think
hundreds of thousands of
Ebola was
people.
a distraction? You don't think Ebola was a bunch of like really smart doctors stopping some shit before it got horrible because you got a hemorrhagic virus is escaping
Ebola's
from
a
Africa?
motherfucker, son.
It was.
Dude, people really got
Yeah.
People really got it. Just because a bunch of shit happens at the same time doesn't mean that one of those things that happens was a design to make sure you don't pay attention to the other thing. Just because they dropped that mother of all bombs in Afghanistan, did you see that?